The story begins by showing a girl, Asha, who is talking about her king, King Magnifico, who has made his kingdom on an island, apart from the outside world, along with his wife Queen Amaya. The king had witnessed much grief throughout his life. To end them, he learned magic, and then became a great magician. Now King Magnifico had so much power that he could fulfill the biggest wish of any human through his magic. That's why all the people of his kingdom give their wishes in the form of a dream and wait for the day when King Magnifico fulfills the biggest wish of any human. And this day used to come only once a month. Because of this magic of the king, people used to come and stay in his kingdom from far away. But there was also a law there that anyone under the age of 18 couldn't give their wishes to King Magnifico. Asha, who is only 17 years old, she wants to work with King Magnifico, and she has an interview in the palace the next day. She lives in her house with her mother, her grandfather, and a goat. Goat is a very good friend of hers. Her grandfather is 100 years old, and the King Magnifico still has his wish. Asha hopes that on the next big day, when the king will fulfill the biggest wish of any human, will be the day when her grandfather's big wish will be fulfilled. Because her grandfather has less time now, and because her grandfather's wish is with King Magnifico in the form of a magic ball. That's why her grandfather can't even fulfill that wish himself. Anyway, the next day comes, and Asha reaches the palace for the interview, where her best friend works as a chef. When she tells her friend about an interview to work with the king, along with her friend, all the employees here, who had become Asha's friends, gave her some advice. They tell her how to behave in front of the king, and also advised her that she should tell the king the truth in the interview, even if the king asks about her weakness. Now Asha faces Queen Amaya. Queen was a very good lady. She talks to Asha very lovingly and tells her that she's very impressed with Asha because she has noticed that Asha wants to do good for the people of her kingdom. Queen Amaya herself was very kind to the people of her kingdom. Now Asha faces the King Magnifico because she was very nervous. That's why she makes a lot of mistakes. But as time goes by, she gets control over herself. So her interview was going very well. King Magnifico also talks to her about her dad, who was always lost in the world of stars. Asha also remembered how her dad took her to the mountains and showed her the stars and said that these stars fulfill our wishes. The king also takes her to his magical room, where the wishes of the people of this entire kingdom are kept. Here, Asha also sees her grandfather's wish. She sees that her grandfather, by playing the guitar, wants to impress everyone, and when Asha tells King Magnifico to fulfill her grandfather's wish, then everything starts to go wrong. He tells Asha that your grandfather's wish cannot be fulfilled because his wish is very dangerous. Whenever he plays the guitar, crowds tend to gather, and there can be a danger of an accident. Standing here, Asha understood that the king didn't fulfill everyone's wishes. Therefore, Asha tells the king to return everyone's wishes so that they can fulfill them themselves. Hearing this, King Magnifico goes crazy with anger, but he controls his anger and tells Asha that not all people's wishes can be fulfilled, because doing this can be dangerous for his magical power. The king says that people bring that wishes to me, about which they know that they can never do this. When people gave their wishes to Magnifico, then a little power of their soul also went to Magnifico, and this same power increased the magical powers of Magnifico. After all this, Magnifico today again fulfills the wishes of one couple, and everyone else's wishes are left with them. At the end of this big day, the king says Asha to go home, because Asha knows the reality of the king, and she has also changed her intention to work with the king. At night, when she's eating with her family, she tries to tell her family the truth of the king, who was never going to fulfill their wishes. because their wishes increase the magical powers of the king. Her family does not believe her and says her to leave. In anger, she runs and reaches the top of the mountains, where her dad always took her, where she used to talk to the stars. Her dad always said that stars always fulfill their wishes. She comes here and requests the stars that her family's wishes should be fulfilled. In her excitement, a very bright light comes from the sky, which the whole kingdom saw. Even the king was very surprised to see this light. All the people of the kingdom thought that this would be part of King Magnifico's magic. But King Magnifico himself says to his wife,
"This is not my magic."
he thinks that there is another magical power in this kingdom, from which he has the danger to his magic and his powers. While here it is shown that around Asha there was a light that suddenly turns into a star, and this star suddenly does a lot of magic. Like, it teaches the animals to speak, suddenly enlarges the plants, and then comes and stands in front of Asha. Asha is still shocked at what is happening. That is why all the animals that were speaking there tell Asha that this star has done magic on us, and now we can speak. This star is a magician. But here the star tells Asha that
I cannot fulfill people's wishes, but yes, I have decided to help you, and that's why I have come to you. Fulfilling wishes is the work of humans, but I will help you that. You can bring your grandfather's wish from King Magnifico's palace.
King Magnifico, who was feeling danger from the other magical powers in his kingdom, starts preparing to fight. He starts looking for some magical spells from the books. But unfortunately, he didn't find any spell in his own books to fight that magical power. After facing many failures, the king decides to do a dangerous thing. He decides to open a book, which will destroy everything including the kingdom. Queen Amaya stops the king from opening this book and reminds him that how this book destroys the person who uses its magic. Queen Amaya says the king that you do not pay much attention to this new magic, and pay attention to the people of your kingdom who love you. You should work for them. If you do everything well, no bad power will harm you. On the other side, Asha brings that star while hiding it in a bag to the palace of King Magnifico, from where she had to steal her grandfather's wish. But now there was another problem, that they had to go to the magical room of King Magnifico, which was very secret, and where all the wishes were. Therefore, Asha needed her friends who worked in this palace. When she was going to talk to them, she left her goat and the star in the coop. The star also shows its magic here, and teaches all the hens to speak. Now Asha, who also wanted to hide the truth of the star from her friends, seeing the hens speaking, she does not have any way except to tell the truth to her friends. After telling the truth, Asha's friend shows her a secret door, from which she can reach the secret room of the king. With the help of the door, they reach the door of the magical room. But it turns out that the door is locked from the other side. But here the star shows its magic. And finally, they reach the magical room. Before these two are caught by King Magnifico, the star quickly finds out the wish of Asha's grandfather. And while they running away from here, the fire burns there. On the other side, the king was talking to the people of his kingdom. King tells his friends that the light that everyone has seen last few days was not the part of his magic. He says his people that whoever tells me about that magical power, I will immediately fulfill his wish. Now King Magnifico was about to go back to his palace, but because Asha was inside the palace, because of the king's entry, it can be a big problem. So, Asha's friend starts asking questions from the king. When she asks questions, other people get the courage, and the other people started asking questions to King. So the King Magnifico could not go inside the palace for some time. Now Magnifico was very upset and he wanted to find the antidote of the magical power at any cost. That is why, despite his wife stops him, he opens the dangerous book. Because of this, Not only he, but his kingdom can be destroyed. Here we see that Asha steals her grandfather's wish from the palace and brings it to her grandfather. Grandfather is very happy to get it, and now Asha tells her mom that she will go through the dangers again to find her mom's wish. Means that she will again go to the palace to find her mom's wish. Before Asha says anything else, King Magnifico quickly enters her house because he found out that the magical power has come to his kingdom. Has come because of Asha. The king had brought Asha's mom's wish here. He crushes Asha's mom's wish in front of Asha. As a result, King Magnifico gets the power, but Asha's mom immediately weakens. Because I have already told you that King Magnifico, along with the people's wish, also takes some powers of their soul. When he takes some powers of their soul, which help to increase his magical powers, Asha, showing a lot of smartness here, manages to escape from here with her whole family. Before King Magnifico could do anything wrong to them, she take her family far away from here by putting them on a boat. As she realizes that the people of the kingdom are also in danger of King Magnifico, she changes her mind to go from there and decides to help people and comes back to the palace. She goes inside the palace with a star to stop King Magnifico. King Magnifico was going to do a big magic. And to fulfill this magic, he sacrifices the wishes of 3 people. Meanwhile, Queen Amaya also comes here, who feels that now, King has crossed all the limits. He is doing the wrong magic, because of what everyone can be in danger. But before she can stop him, King Magnifico threatens her and sends her away. Here it is shown that King had called all the people of the kingdom to his palace. He comes here and tells everyone that, actually, Asha's best friend had told him the truth about Asha. And that's why his wish is going to be fulfilled as a reward. The king fulfills his biggest wish and makes her his general. His task was to catch and finish his friends. Because now he were working for the king. The king told others people that Asha and her friends want to hurt people's wishes. Asha comes here to her friends and tries to explain to them that me and the star haven't tried to hurt the people's wishes. In reality, King Magnifico himself is a bad person. But no one wanted to believe her words. Meanwhile, the Queen Amaya comes. She tells Asha's friends that Asha is telling the truth. King Magnifico has become drunk with power. That's why he's hurting people's wishes. Not only this, Queen Amaya tells Asha that he wants to take over this magical star of Asha. Now, they all make a mission to stop the king from wrongdoing. Queen Amaya was also supporting them. They had 2 missions. One was to send the people's wishes to them, and the other was to stop the king from bad magic. For this, Asha goes into the jungle with her star. As King Magnifico wants the star, so he chases Asha into the jungle now. The king comes very close to Asha, and her life is in danger. The star gives her a magical stick so she can protect herself. Before she could learn to use it, the king comes in front of her. Meanwhile, the king turns into the form of Asha's deceitful friend. It means the king was in the palace and was doing his bad magic. King Magnifico gave Asha's friend a job to catch Asha. He changes his form, and after being the king, on the behest of the star, all the animals of the jungle help Asha and catch this boy. And Asha runs towards the palace. Here it is shown that Queen Amaya and Asha's friends in the palace were looking for the antidote to the magic of the king. They were about to succeed in their efforts. They have freed the wishes of everyone. Here again, the king comes to get everyone's wishes, and the star, in front of everyone. Here a heinous form of the king was visible to everyone. The king tells his people about his reality, that he will never fulfill people's wishes, because people's wishes give him magical powers. The king had also imprisoned the magic star in his stick and increased its powers. When everything was getting very bad, Asha decides to fight with the king and goes to the palace. But the one magical attack of the king was enough to throw Asha away. Now, Asha realizes that she can't fight with the king, so she starts singing a song. As soon as she sang, everyone started singing with her. While singing the song, people's inner powers came together and defeated King Magnifico. As soon as King Magnifico loses, his stick breaks. The star becomes free from his stick, and people get their wishes back. Not only this, but because of the king's wrong magic, the king is destroyed and gets imprisoned in his stick. The people of the kingdom become happy on getting their wishes back. Not only they get their wishes back, but also got their happiness and powers back. And now the people of this kingdom had crowned their good Queen Amaya. The Queen Amaya was going to manage this kingdom. Queen Amaya orders her people to imprison the king forever because of his bad deeds. At the end of the story, we are shown that everyone can try to fulfill their wish. And here the bad boy, who told King Magnifico about Asha, also comes to Asha and her grandfather to apologize. The good friend Asha forgives him. Finally, Asha's grandfather plays the guitar for his people, and everyone is very happy. There is happiness all around the kingdom. And at the same time, Asha's star tells Asha that it is time for me to go back to the sky. Everyone is sad to hear this. But this star gives Asha a magic wand before leaving. Because of this, she can protect her people of the kingdom. Now, the star goes back to the sky. The light spreads in the sky. The story ends here.